The FA Cup fourth round draw sees two of the Premier League big boys face off. Arsenal vs Manchester United is the pick of the ties in the next round. There were a number of high-profile casualties on third-round weekend as top-flight sides entered the competition. While Arsenal, Man United, Spurs and Chelsea all cruised through, it was a bad weekend for others. Newport County sprung a major upset to knock out former Premier League champions Leicester, while Cardiff were beaten by Gillingham. And in the final third-round tie, Liverpool were knocked out after a 2-1 defeat to Wolves. Find out who your side will face in the fourth round below.Key EventsDraw and FULL 21-52-21-52 KY EventsDraw in fullSwansea vs GillinghamWimbledon vs West HamShrewsbury Stoke vs WolvesMillwall vs EvertonBrighton vs West BromBristol City vs BoltonAccrington vs Derby SouthamptonDoncaster vs OldhamChelsea vs Sheffield Wednesday LutonNewcastle Blackburn vs Watford Middlesbrough vs Newport City vs Burnley Barnet vs Brentford Portsmouth vs Arsenal vs Man UtdCrystal Palace vs EventsDraw 21-51 Man City vs Burnley Barnet vs Brentford Portsmouth vs Arsenal vs Man UtdCrystal Palace vs EventsDraw 21-50 Newcastle Blackburn vs Watford Middlesbrough vs NWPORT 21-50 Brighton vs West BromBristol City vs BoltonAccrington vs Derby SouthamptonDoncaster vs OldhamChelsea vs Sheffield Wednesday Luton 21-48 Swansea vs GillinghamWimbledon vs West HamShrewsbury Stoke vs WolvesMillwall vs EvertonBrighton 21-45 Here we go. Time for the FA Cup fourth round draw. Stay tuned. 21-38 Wolves are through. Wolves seal the win at Molineux and progress through to the fourth round. The draw will be commencing shortly. 276 minutes to go. Can Liverpool get themselves back in this FA Cup tie, or will Wolves be the team watching tonight's draw 2100 hours? Wow, does that answer our question? Neves fires an incredible strike from distance to restore the hosts' lead. The magic of the FA Cup. 2056 Origi gets Liverpool back in it. Liverpool needed to respond in the second half and they have. Origi fires the ball home from the edge of the box. Can either side go on to win it, or are we looking at a replay? 2028 Liverpool are currently on their way out. A much-changed Reds side is 1-0 down at Molineux to Wolves. They need to improve on their first half showing. (2013) Foden sees bright future. Phil Foden waved goodbye to fellow Manchester City Academy graduate Barhaim Diaz, then assured Blues fans there is no chance he will follow the example set by the Spaniard and Jadon Sancho and quit the club. Spain under-21 midfielder Diaz has become the latest budding star to quit the Etihad after struggling to break into Pep Guardiola's star-studded first-team squad, moving home to sign for Real Madrid. His move follows Sancho's switch to Borussia Dortmund last year that has seen him blossom as a Bundesliga star and make it into the England team. Foden, the same age as Sancho at 18, is still waiting to make his first Premier League start as Guardiola carefully guides his progress through domestic cup and European appearances, but is adamant his future lies with City. "I'm sad to see Barhaim go, but he wants opportunities, so good luck to him," said Foden, who started and scored his first home senior goal in Sunday's FA Cup thrashing of Rotherham. "He will do well, I know it. I grew up with him and know his qualities, so I know he'll do well." "Maybe one day I'll face him in the Champions League. But it shows the strength of the squad we have here, how good the players are. It is difficult to get in, but we all try our best." "1952 The final third-round tie is taking place at Molineux. Liverpool are taking on Wolves for a spot in round 4. Follow that here, live. 1850 ball numbers 1 Bolton 2 Millwall 3 Gillingham 4 Brentford 5 Sheffield Wednesday or Luton 6 Manchester United 7 Everton 8 Tottenham 9 Doncaster 10 Newcastle or Blackburn 11 Chelsea 12 Crystal Palace 13 Derby or Southampton 14 Accrington Stanley 15 Bristol City 16 Newport 17 Oldham 18 Shrewsbury or Stoke 19 Arsenal 20 Manchester City 21 Brighton 22 West Ham 23 Watford 24 Burnley 25 QPR 26 Barnet 27 Portsmouth 28 AFC Wimbledon 29 West Bromwich Albion 30 Middlesbrough 31 Wolves or Liverpool 32 Swansea CITY 1621 Welcome to Mirror Football's live coverage of the FA Cup 4th round draw. All 20 Premier League sides entered the competition this weekend, but just 15 remain after a number of impressive upsets. Gillingham sent Cardiff packing on Saturday before Leicester were stunned by Newport in their third-round clash. Several other top-flight sides will need replays too to ensure their side in the 4th round proper. The big boys are still in the hat, although Liverpool must overcome a tricky test against Wolves at Molineux on Monday night. The 4th round draw takes place after that encounter. Fingers crossed for some mouth-watering ties in round 4, stay tuned.